Hey YouTube, this is Seth. Um, I've been busy all morning. Um, doing a lot of store shed cleaning, everything else, and trying to get store shed all done. We got that done all morning. Stayed busy for the most part. I was doing some organized stuff in my room. I've been busy all freaking day. Thought I ought to take a break from being busy and kind of sit down, relax a little bit, you know, chill out for a little bit and unwind. So just trying to get it all done in one day. I've been like on the go since I want to say I got up at 7:30. I started at 9 on what I needed to get done in the store shed, and which I didn't get done till about 2:30. And so, and reason why I took a break from everything was I was after I got all my everything in the storage. I was working on my room a little bit, trying to figure out okay if where needs to be what and all that, because I'm wanting to do a little bit more better organizing on my DVD collection that I have, and because I took some shelves out of the storage that I had of a DVD rack. So I'm trying to put all my DVDs on the DVD rack as of right now, and I still got to kind of straighten up my room a little bit. But I just felt like I was just getting overly worked from the storage shed, and plus trying to do my room all in one today. So I thought, well, I'm going to just take a little break from it and start on it, maybe after dinner, maybe hopefully, and get it done by tonight. And that way, if I want to, I can sit and relax, do whatever, maybe do a little workout later on tonight. I have some other videos coming up for you, and that I recorded on my other camera in my room. Other than that, I just been like really busy lately. Not a problem with that. It's best to stay busy than not busy at all, because sometimes if you don't stay busy, sometimes you tendency to get bored, and I don't really like being bored. I don't really like being bored all that well. It's just the fact that it um keeps me busy, keeps my mind off thoughts, keeps me active in a way, moving things around, hauling things off, yeah, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of endurance. That's a lot of exercise, walking back and forth, getting your leg workout in, you're getting your lifting exercises in. You think moving is an easy job, but it's not. Moving is not an easy job. Moving things around is not an easy job, because, it's so stressful, because you're trying to organize things. If you think you're tough, doing all those exercises every day and all that, and when you're younger and all, and you need to start, hauling shit off, and when you get older, move out of your parents' house, or you move out of you move around all your life, moving sucks. I tell you what, moving is the worst thing ever out of anybody's life, I think. But because you got some, if you have so much shit, you gotta find the boxes to box it all up. Then you gotta figure out a way to load it up. Then you gotta turn around and figure out when you get to the place where you're living at. And then you gotta figure out where you're gonna put it all after you end up basically getting it all organized. Well, my mom, she just moved down from Alma, Michigan to down here. We got her organized into apartment. The apartments where she's at, they're not bad, but I wouldn't pay for a 500 a month apartment. If it was just me living in there, um, maybe if I had a 2 bedroom, maybe I might pay 500, but it just depends on how nice it is and stuff. Most people anymore they like to charge like 600. Heck, there was a guy here in Iberia wanting just for a 1 bedroom for 500. And the way I understood it was that it was a piece of crap apartment because I guess his son didn't take care of it when he was living in it. Some. So that's the reason why I don't like apartments because I feel like, man, when you have an apartment, I feel like you can't do anything you want in it because it's not really yours. And if you live in a place like that, I feel like you have to call for permission to do something like you're a child. And yeah, even though it's your own place, yeah, you're making payments on it. But that's the only thing I don't like about renting is because I feel like you're a child and that, you gotta call your landlord and say, hey, can I do this? Or, hey, can I hang this up? You shouldn't have to call them and see if you can hang something up on your walls, just to be on the safe side. You're paying rent. And, if you happen to leave, yeah, fill those holes up with wall putting stuff or wherever, and to clog the holes back up, fill those back up, fix it and everything, and and then that way the landlord can't say anything, saying, well, he trashed the place up or whatever. They left it in a mess. I had to do a lot of repairs on it. This is the reason why it's so much. Well, if you fix it up yourself, instead of having them do it for you after you leave, then make sure everything is clean. Then they won't charge so much for the next person that wants to rent it out. That's how I think. I think more considerate of the next person. I don't think considerate for the landlord. I think more. If the landlord would ever show me respect at any place I ever live at or whatever, if the landlord would show me respect at any place that I ever live at, then I'd probably consider renting from them. If they give me a good name or whatever, I would consider renting from them. But if they ain't gonna give me a good name to rent from anywhere else, if they say, oh, he's too loud all the time and neighbors made a lot of complaints on him or whatever, I'll never rent from that person again. And hey, matter of fact, if they would tell that other landlord that, he's a bad renter, he made too much noise and all that crap, matter of fact, if I would happen to move out when my time was up on the contract, I'd be like, you know what? Them people, I'll give that person a bad name because they was trying to give a bad name on me for, or whatever. That's how I would do it. Because me, I don't tolerate, people, try to lie on another person when they're, trying to do something good for them. And that's me. I don't do that. I don't lie about other people. I don't lie on to other people on what to do and stuff like that. You know, if I don't know you all that well and let's just say this. If I don't know you all that well, that's right. If I don't know you all that well, and if I heard a rumor about you, I'll go up to you flat out and ask you. But if you try to like, let's say, if you try to end up, basically, say no, you didn't do that, and you didn't look at me right in the face while you said that, and I know right then and there you're lying. Every story that you would tell me, if you don't look at me right in the face, and you say, "Oh, you done this, oh, you done that," and you're not looking right at me, man, I know you're lying as fuck. Because me, I don't tolerate lying. That's one thing. I don't tolerate scams. I don't tolerate people scamming people, and I don't tolerate, this and that. Um, I was seeing this one model online a while back, and this on this um, dating site a while back, and well, I asked her to say, hey, send me your, Instagram, type me your Instagram, and so I typed her Instagram in. We started seeing each other for a while, talking to each other on Instagram for a while, and then after I deleted my account on the dating site, she had nothing really to do with me after that. And I would message her every other day. Ask her see how she's doing. See if she would message me back, and she never would. And then out of the clear blue, she says, "Oh, I've been sick." Try to make some excuse up, saying that she's been sick. That's the reason why she hadn't been able to message me. I'm sitting there thinking, bullshit. And I said, you see my message every day pop up. Why don't you answer me back? She says, well, I haven't been sick and I haven't been feeling good, and it's been about a week since I've been sick. Well, that's a lie. I said, I know what you do on the side. You're on that site or whatever. And I said, you're trying to make money off that site. And thing of it is, I told her, I said, I don't care if you're doing it because I know you're not doing it with other men or anything. You're not sleeping with other men. I said, you gotta have more time with me, if you don't have a relationship with me. And then I said, if there's any way I can help, let me know. And then she went into wanting $100. And I asked her, well, what's the $100 for? She was wanting $100, and I said, well, I asked her, I said, well, what's the $100 you want it for? And I said, because otherwise I said I would have sent it, but she wanted me to go to this other app I didn't know nothing about, which I thought it was kind of fishy. She gave me an email that didn't show up on the app that she said that she had everything set up on. But she lied to me on that. So I was putting two and two together that, she was just wanting to use me for money. And that's all she was wanting me for. To me nowadays, as I see it nowadays, there are some women out there, not a problem, You can find someone without a problem. They don't care if you don't have money or not. There are some women out there that are like that. As long as you treat them good. And I really thought this woman was the one until I put two and two together. All she was wanting me was just for my money. She was basically a gold digger because basically all she wanted. And every time she knew when I got paid, she'd be online on the site messaging me saying, "Hey, come join me. I'm live right now." And she'll message me on Instagram because she knew what day I got paid. Well, I told her, I said, "Well, I can't right now. I'll have to plan it some other night where I can be alone." So that's what I did with her. But I just quit doing the dating sites because they're all fakes. They're all scams. Um, so what I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Just start asking women out. Some women I could tell if they're married. Some women I could tell they're into me. Um, the managers at my work, I always get in trouble because the women tendency to flirt with me. They like the flirtiness. I do know that they like the flirtiness, and they don't care if they're married or not. And it's kind of funny, if you're married, you wouldn't be flirting with another guy. That's just how I see it. But they know I wouldn't do nothing with them. Because I'm more respectful that way. Because I told them, I said, I don't go with another man's property because I don't go there because I show that woman respect because I don't want her to make her feel like she's trash because she chose me over that guy. Well, I don't want to cause a conflict or turn around and get a gun pointed on me or whatever and then turn around and get shot. Now, if her man was cool with it, and saying, yeah, I'm away and everything, she needs a companion, to be there with her, shit, I don't care. Do whatever you want with her. And, if he was cool with it, I'd be like, yeah, I wouldn't mind it. But if it came down to that, I wouldn't mind it one bit. But if only thing I can say is that just be yourself. Any woman ever turns you down because you are yourself. If any woman turns you down if you are yourself, then that woman is not meant for you, and that's the thing. And how I see it, if you ask a woman out and she tells you no, that means she don't want to be with you. And that's the thing. If she says, "Oh, you're a friend," be her friend. Be her friend because later on, when that man runs out on her, runs away on her down the road, doesn't want nothing to do with her. Later on, if she knows that if you're still interested in her, if she knows that you're still there for her no matter what, she's gonna want you. Because she's gonna look back on you and say, "Well, you've been there more than what he has." And all I've been doing was being a fool because I'm too blind to see because all you want to do is be there for me. But yet, even though I already had this man that treated me like crap. And all you was doing was treating me good. Being there for my kids and all that. When the other one wasn't. Something like that, But You can be friends with a woman. You can be friends with an opposite of sex that you are. Just don't um, have an affair, cheating affair on another man's property or whatever, as you say nowadays. Don't have another affair with another man's property because you never know. You know, she could say hide her ring on her or whatever and say, yeah, I'm not married, and turn around and find out you're going out with her and everything. About a week later, you see some pictures on the wall with another man in her own home. You say, well, who's that? And she will say, well, that's my. If she says, well, that's my husband or whatever, and then they're going to say, well, I thought you weren't married. Well, she said, I am married, but just hadn't got divorced. Well, that'd be kind of fishy. That'd be kind of fishy if a woman does that shit. Now, that woman is asking for trouble if she does something like that. Because to me, I would think, if you want another relationship with another man, for real. If you want another, if a woman wants another relationship with another man, first get divorced with the man that she's with first if she's married with him. And leave that man's ass. Two, now if a man is single and he don't care if she's divorced or not, and if she wants a little something on the side, just for fun, and that'd be alright too. But both parties are still wrong if the other half don't know anything about it. And that's all I gotta say for right now. Donald signing out. But most of all, do it the old-fashioned way. Most men nowadays are weak because all they want to do is join these dating sites that rob people of money, and all these dating sites are scams. The crooks, the women's online, they're crooks, and don't fall for it. There was two apps that I followed. It was you real time and the Uber horny app or whatever you want to call it. I tried them two dating sites. And all they do is rob you for money and take every dime you have, and then you don't get nothing out of it. Basically, all you're doing is paying for a stripper on a camera. And when you can just go out and up to a girl and say, hey, what are you doing Friday? And if she says nothing, and if she says, well, then you turn around and say, do you got a boyfriend? And then she says, no, I don't. Well, then say, well, would you like to go out on a date, maybe to dinner, and then do it that way? If she still says no, then turn around and say, well, it don't really have to be a date. Well, why don't we just hang out? Do it like that. That's how you get the women. Play their game. If they say they don't want to go out with you, turn around and say, hey, let's just go out. Let's just go out and have fun. It don't have to be a date. That's how you get to know one better, and that's how you get her to lure in to like you. And I am Seth McDonald signing out. Hit the grab button. Enough ranting for today of how busy I've been. And that's my only advice I can give for dating. Just like I said, do it the old fashioned way. Don't join any sites like I did, because all they do is take your fucking money. And peace.